I remember you mentioning that you were working with young kids, coaching. Us being benchwarmers, let's see if you can maybe find a way to answer this. As far as players on the bench, what is something that bench players do that gets under your skin sometimes? There has to be.
So let's
You're
go.
Gonna answer this quick. Oh man,
so let's go.
It's a thing. See, I told you guys, it's a thing.
We'll go in age groups here.
Okay.
Middle schoolers down to, we'll go 12-year-olds playing bottle flip during the game. That's probably like my biggest pet peeve. I don't know which one I'm going to look at here.
This one probably.
All right, this one here.
Yeah.
Bottle flipping. I don't know what it is about it. It drives me up the wall. Just drives me up the wall. I also I can't stand it when I'm the same way at home. For whatever reason, when Dad talks, no one listens. And I hate when I'm making a point during a game, and I may not have direct eye contact to you to tell you, hey, I'm saying this, but I do have a vocal presence that lets you know that I'm speaking to you.
Right.
And the thing that I hate the most at all age levels is I'm sitting here making a coaching point loudly so that the players can hear it, and I'll ask a question, and that's what you hear.
Silence.
Okay. And I'm really sarcastic, and so I'll always be like, "Thank you, you all got that one right." So that always gets to me. And at the same time, like freaking Apple Watches.
It's hive mind control.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I got a notification. So I don't claim to have like a storied playing career.
Okay.
I played junior college, played in high school. I played lots of sports. I was never the superstar on any team, but I was kind of like the glue guy. Like I was going to make things work. I'm also a locker room guy. And the thing I took most pride of was when I got to college, and I had come from playing every minute of my junior and senior year in high school at the varsity level to going to not playing at all as a freshman in college, and seeing how I was in training, how I was training hard at a high level, higher than guys who were playing. And I was never disrespectful to my coaches, but just I would be like, okay, something's got to change. And I kind of used that to my advantage, I guess in my sarcastic way, visiting my coach who had a lot of trust in me already to various things. And he would say, why don't we do this? And I would say, because you had me on the bench, and
Yikes.
It got to the point to where after I made that comment one time, I got 8 minutes of playing time the next game. I would voice my opinion again. Next game, I'd get like 20 minutes of playing time. And then the next game, I'd get like a whole half that I would play. And then I get a little bit of the second half I'd play. And it got to the point to where I'm very fortunate, very lucky. I'm loved to my coach from college, Roy Inglis. As a freshman, the captain's band was taken away from our captain. He gave it to me. I had another freshman who was with me that kind of went through the same thing. He had just come from winning the state championship with his high school team.
Okay.
And he kind of felt the same way. We kind of would always kind of tag team our coach a little bit.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting another band and made both of us captains as freshmen. And for me, I always tell kids, had it not been for my time warming up the bench, I don't think I would have ever got stepped into where I was at. So with you guys being the bench warmers, just know that if you keep making noise, you keep putting your stuff out there, you keep making people know who you are, and you let them know exactly what you do and how you do it better than everyone else, someone's going to give you the captain's band. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
That's that coach team talk right now. You guys didn't know. That was the coach. That's the vocal presence right there. You're going to have to make
life coach at some point, that's probably awesome. When I retire. No, I just hearing the name Benchwarmers, like I said, not being a superstar of any sport that I ever played, and knowing the kids who go through that, knowing the players who go through that, and you, as a coach, it is so hard because you don't want to have that term on your players. And I always try to meet with those players who are on the bench and let them know, hey, here's why I did this. Nick, my co-host, will actually apologize to those players and say, hey, I'm so sorry I did not get you in. Here's what the situation was. Just know you're going to get it. You're going to get it. And I think as coaches, sometimes we forget those kids who are on the bench And a great coach told me at convention, I think it was like 7 years ago, you got to treat the bench warmers just like you do the starters.
Right.
And I'll never forget hearing that. I had a high school team I coached many years ago, highest scoring team of all time in the state of Indiana. Shout out to the Vincent's Lincoln Alice's. And the thing that those kids love was we had some superstars on the team, but those guys who were at the end of the bench, numbers 22, 23, 24, at the end of the roster, those kids were treated just like the 1, 2, and 3.
I like that. I like that a lot.
And there is no, because they've got to believe in it, because while they may not play in the games, and while they may be bench warmers, they're the ones who are making those 1, 2, and 3s better in training. And if the 1, 2, and 3s don't have those 22, 23, 24, and 5s making them better, 1, 2, and 3 ain't going to be 1, 2, and 3. And so without the bench warmers, the starters can't be who they are.
Can't be starters.
And I am not a starter whatsoever.
Well, that's why we can connect on that level, that bench warming level. That.
And I'll give you this too. And you're gonna say this is coach talk. I totally came up with this on my own.
We believe you. Don't
so especially with what you guys say with bench warmers and the philosophy and the ideas and stuff like that. In a world full of starters, be finishers. Think about that. Like, I don't do that often, but while you may not be starting the game, while you may not be the main thing of it, be the one who finishes all the time.
That's deep, man. That's deep. That's quality stuff from Shaun. Shaun from SoccerChat. Thank you very much.
That's old man talk. That's old man talk right there.
That's sweet. That's sweet to hear. And that's what we wanted to come here to the United Soccer Coaches Convention to get a little bit, those tidbits to catch from you guys.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate you sitting down with us. I know it's probably been a long day, but
it's been a long week. What's another couple hours?
Week as well. But us being here, getting that inspiration from a fellow benchwarmer to another benchwarmer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Turn captain.
Oh yes, of course. You're the success story. That's why we're on this side. That's why we're behind the cap.
Hey, it's like I tell you guys. when stuff comes out next year for California, put in for it. I'll see what I can do. I don't have any stroke. I feel like I do. I tell people I do, but I don't. But I would love nothing more than for United Soccer Coaches to appreciate what y'all are doing and get you out to California with us. A little California love, a little West Coast party. I know y'all are East Coast guys. It's whatever. Pac and Biggie did their thing. We're straight now.
That's crazy.
See, even though I'm showing my age, I keep my ears to the streets.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's make it a goal. While y'all's bench warmers, we're gonna finish by getting y'all on Podcast Row in California next year.
Right here.
A little SoccerChat collabo maybe. We're gonna make this work.
All right.
Hey, my guys, man.
Thank you very much, Shaun, for
guys.
sitting down with us, man.